it's just a big mental measure to get me to the edge. That rope there now acts as a safety, so I actually can't fall off. But what I'm looking for is a redundant safety. So I've got two different things that'll stop me from falling. This is the most wonderful knot. It's the knot you tie 80% of the time in rock climbing. It's a figure of 8. Less load than it does if you use a carabiner to join the two together, but it still fails at far greater load than we could possibly generate when bringing up the seconder. I love this one, daisy chains. So we've now got a secure, redundant, equalised. Redundant, you can cut one of those, nothing will happen. Equalised, they're both sharing the load. Anchor with no extension. If you cut one of those, you don't get this mad, this is a twang effect of, like letting an anchor go. And that's the goal. Anything less than that, and you're playing the Russian roulette. Like it's handy that I can then use the rope to rig up the anchor at the top, but it is a bit of a pain in the ass to spend all your time hauling it up. Chains, you probably can't see just the end of there, there's two big expansion bolts going into the cliff which hold some chains. You can just clip off them and then lower down. It means you don't have to top out, which makes it a bit easier. It means you get more climbs done faster, but it takes away some of the magic. There is something, it takes away some of the magic. There is something just fantastic sitting here on the edge, legs dangling over, coming down off the adrenaline high of coming up. Sort of lay back off it, climbing up, working your hands up higher and higher until you get across onto where it sort of curves around, and then you end up sort of standing up, basically standing on what your hands are on, so you sort of do a chin up and put your feet up near your hands somewhere, and it's a really balancy, scary move on lead. It really is. You end up, and you're on your tippy toes, leaning as far with your nose against the rock, because that's what you need to do to keep your centre of gravity forwards, and then you just Nice work. She's now standing on top of that curvy flake. From there, you've got these series of three little letterbox type slots, just enough, like a little crack about that high, just enough to slot your fingertips into the first one. Then a foot and a half to the left of that, you've got one that's just that little bit deeper enough to actually hold on to. And then further left again for another foot, you've got actually quite a nice one. And it's this really balancy lean off to the side to get your hands into those pockets, sort your feet out. And again, just really, that's it. Ah. You can do it, push through. Nice and efficient to the top end. I think it's easier to go right and end up standing on some of those top flakes. Nice and efficient, keep pushing through, you can do it. There's a nice cold butter and coke waiting for you. That's the stuff.